I don't really like right now. I'm in a place in my life where I'm beginning a new relationship. I just finished a Roka ceremony and all of those things.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. And there's a word which came up in when the elders were talking, and they were like, "Oh, we have to check if there is manglik, in the relationship, and is she or he mangling?" Or I didn't really understand what that means, but I've heard this a lot. I've heard also some celebs who've had manglik in their relationships. Is it like a bad thing, like if a woman or a man is like, or can a woman and a man be manglik? I have no idea, but yeah, like, is it something that like would hinder the relationship and you should not go ahead, or like, you know?
Okay, let me explain. So, a person is considered to be manglik. Like I told you that when we make a birth chart, we divide it into 12 sections or 12 houses, and each house is governing different areas of your life. Okay. So, out of those 12 houses, if Mars falls into 12th, 1st, 4th, 7th, or 8th, that's 5. So, if it falls into any of these 5 houses, a person is considered to be manglik. That's 5 out of 12 houses, right? And some astrologers even consider second house as well.
Okay.
So, if Mars falls into these 6 houses, a person is considered manglik. That's 6 out of 12. So keep checking the probability of how many people are manglik in this world, right? If 6 out of 12 placements are of a manglik, then how many people are
50%.
manglik? Yes. If now, some people also check manglik through moon chart or Chandra Kundali.
Okay.
So if similar placements happen in your Chandra Kundali, then you are again considered a manglik. Many people consider you a manglik then. So now 2 charts, 6 houses each in both charts. If we keep looking at it that way, more than 80% of the world's population would be manglik. So how bad is it, right?
It's horrible. We can't get married to anyone.
Yeah, we all need to marry trees now.
Yay.
Yes. So the thing is, Mars is considered a very energy-giving, very passionate, intense planet. Okay? And Mars is also considered as a soldier, right? So the thing is, people don't like a soldier's energy coming into the household, or a soldier's intense, passionate energy in a marriage. And that is why it scares them. And that is why it is said that a manglik should marry a manglik. So it's not a should. If he wants to, he can. But if he wants to somebody else, he can marry a non-manglik also. It's not an issue.
Okay.
But if a manglik marries a manglik, they have similar energy.
Yeah, they match on that frequency.
Yeah, they match on that level, that passion, that intensity. So they match there. That is why it is recommended that a manglik should marry a manglik. It's not necessary at all. If you gel with the person, you gel with the person.
Okay.
And a person being manglik or not, it's a very, it's not even the most important thing we see when we do matchmaking of birth charts. It's one aspect of it. We really need to see how the marriage house is, how other placements of the chart are, and to see if the charts actually match. And manglik is just one thing.
So it's just a non-trivial part. It's a part, but a non-trivial part.
Yes.
Not just a whole thing.
It's not the whole thing. It's a part of a whole picture.
Oh, nice. So even I am in the, arranged marriage part, and you know this, that I have sometimes come to you and asked you, Rupali, manglik, non-manglik, because I am not. I am a non-manglik person.
Yeah.
But now I understand this better.